You know who it is. Chris Jones, represent Physiques of Greatness. And I'm actually getting ready to go to the gym, guys. About to go and work out my back. And no, I'm not going to record it. I think I've gave enough back workouts lately. I need to record this arm workout I'm doing tomorrow. It's been a while since I've gave you a shoulder video. It's been a while since I've gave you an arm video. And I have shoulders and arms tomorrow. So I'm going to do my damnness to make sure that gets recorded. I talked to Kelly Burke. You know, you remember him. He has a channel of his own. I've asked him to collab with me tomorrow. So hopefully he can come through for me. If we don't get together, I'll have my lady come with me to the gym and record that shit. I will get that up for y'all ASAP. I know you've been waiting long enough, and I'm sorry about that. Anyway, fuck all that. This is, like I told y'all in my last video titled Pace Yourself, I'm gonna do a series of videos just giving my take on diet advice to help you people out. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. And I appreciate the comments y'all been leaving below, giving me ideas of things you want to know about. You've asked me to do videos on refeed days, best form of cardio, weighing your veggies. I'm going to cover all these topics, guys. And I'm sorry for the delay. I've just been busy as fuck. Alright, so this topic here is going to be, why do we measure cardio in with calories burned? You know, a lot of channels, instead of saying, hey, I do 30 minutes of cardio, they'll be like, hey, I do 300 calories of cardio. I do 400 calories of cardio. You don't really see too many people say, I do 30 minutes of cardio. And I'm trying to explain to you why that is more optimal. Why is that more efficient for your fat burning goals, okay? Before I begin, let me give you an example. Let me try to give you a little story that will try to help you understand why this may be the best way to go. Because by no means do you have to count calories on the treadmill, on the Stairmaster to lose weight. You can very well keep doing 30 minutes a day. Some people just say, hey, I do 3 miles a day. You know, do what the fuck you want, but let me try to explain to you why this is more optimal. Let's say you go on a diet, right? You're getting about 2,200 calories. You're tracking your macros dead on, okay? And you're doing 4 days of cardio, about 30 minutes a day. All right? You for your cardio, it's 30 minutes a day, 4 times a week, okay? But check this out though. Some days, we all know this. Some days we feel better than other days. One day you do your cardio, you feel like shit. You're gonna kind of jog it out. Or the next day, you might feel good as fuck. You're gonna do HIIT cardio, high intensity interval training, oh shit. That's why you turn your fucking phone off when you're doing videos, motherfuckers. Anyway, sorry about that. So, you know, one day you might do high intensity interval training, doing sprints and shit like that. One day you might feel like fucking dog shit. You might just walk that bitch out. Alright? Common sense is gonna tell you you're not gonna burn the same amount of calories each day if you do your cardio like that. Okay? So anyway, you do 4 days of cardio, 30 minutes a day, right? You get on the scale and you only lost like half a pound. Really, a little bit under half a pound. You lost 0.4 of a fucking pound. Now, I don't know about you, but that is the worst feeling in the world. You're dieting for a whole fucking week. You dieted for a fucking week. I've been through this shit in the past. You've counted your calories. Your mom makes cake. You say, I don't want no cake. I'm on a diet. You pass McDonald's. You say no to all these cravings. You put your blood, sweat, and tears in this shit for a week. You did your cardio, and you only lost 0.4 of a fucking pound. That's the worst feeling in the world. What the fuck are you gonna do? Okay? You can always, you know, track your macronutrients and, you know, maybe drop some shit down, you know, lift some shit up, play around with the numbers. But as far as the cardio goes, you really have no fucking idea how many calories you burned. For all you know, one day could have been 400 calories burned. The other day could have been 200 calories burned. The other day probably could have been 150 calories burned. You really don't have no fucking clue because you kind of went by feel. If you were to do your cardio on a Stairmaster or on the treadmill and you pretty much dedicate yourself to 400 calories or 300 calories or hell 500 calories each session, and you only lose 0.4 of a pound, you can, you know, play around with those numbers as well. You can play around with your macronutrients, you can play around with your cardio, and you can get back on the fucking horse and you can get the job done. So technically, counting your cardio by calories is not the only way to get shit done. I know plenty of people who just go by the old school way. I'm just gonna do 30 minutes a day, and they still lose weight just fine. But if you, the type of person who always run to plateaus or roadblocks, you know what I'm saying, this makes shit less stressful for you. When you know what the fuck you're doing, you know what you're putting in your body, you know what kind of cardio you're doing, you know what you gotta do to readjust, okay? So that's pretty much why a lot of people do their cardio by amount of calories burned. Not because it's the only way or it's the most effective. It's just the best way to keep yourself from being stressed out. And it's the best way to target your progress, okay? That's about it. It's just the best way to target your progress. So do I recommend it? Yes. Any client I have, I'm going to tell them, don't focus on the time or the distance. Focus on the amount of calories burned. And I'm telling you, that's the best way to go about this shit. And you know, in case you give a fuck, my favorite form of cardio is Stairmaster. But like today, my legs were sore as fuck. I just did the treadmill on a high incline and I power walked that bitch. Well, anyway, guys, if you have any more questions, comment below. The next video I do may be on refeed days. I'm going to try to have at least 2 videos up a week on dieting advice because summertime is coming real soon and we all, damn, getting lean, shit. And we all want to get those cuts for the sluts. Well, anyway, guys, don't forget to like my shit, comment, subscribe, holla back at your boy. Chris Jones. Yeah. Chris Jones.